What about Grail watches? Which is on your list right now?
I have a few, but there's one that I really fancy is the JLC Reverso Hybris Mechanical
That is
Caliber
also on my list.
185. Yeah, that is love at first sight. So I've always been a fan of JLC Reverso in general, and this one, takes it a notch above. I mean, it's extremely. I mean, you know how expensive is it? It is
Yeah.
right now, but yeah, I mean, why not have it on the wish list? Maybe
So
someday.
so the JLC Reverso is originally born because of Britishers playing polo in India, wanting a watch that won't break while playing polo. So JLC made the Reverso, which you can literally reverse the dial. So you're kind of shutting the watch so it doesn't break. And the watch that both of us are talking about, they launched last year or something on the 90th anniversary of the Reverso. It's a cool 1.3 million euro watch. It's got 800 parts. It's got four time phases, 11 complications, minute repeater.
Yeah.
On our YouTube channel, we have to play the video of this
The
watch.
video of this watch, yeah.
It is crazy to imagine that much mechanical stuff in like that
Tiny
an
little
inch of a space,
rectangle,
right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But this for me is definitely a Grail watch. This is something, if you have the money, you can actually perhaps buy it. It's just incredibly expensive. And then, of course, like AP Perpetual.
Yeah. For me, the AP Royal Oak. Again, it's a classic, so.
For me, another Grail brand is Lange.
Yeah.
I really like them, the German brand. Super, super high horology, very expensive, but just the detailing is crazy.
Yeah. There's a fun brand which I sort of really fancy again. Not the typical conventional watch brand, but Jacob & Co.
Yeah, I'm not a Jacob & Co fan.
The Astronomia
Yeah.
Sky. That I don't know. It's very attractive as a watch. Like, I mean, both of us know that it's not a very conventional looking timepiece, but something about it that attracts me to.
There is something. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think to me, just as a brand, it's just too hyped.
Yeah.
And just artificially overvalued.
It is in a way.
Yeah, but yeah, when you look at it, I think I've only seen it. Watch Anish was here some years back.
Yeah.
And he'd got a few with him. That's the only time I've seen it. But yeah, cool stuff. Different stuff.
What do you think about Richard Mille as a?
Again, just hype.
It's hype, yeah.
Hype. Over-engineered hype.
But I mean, those watches are really expensive. So
yeah.
I don't know how do they justify the prices around it. But again, I mean, that is one watch I would probably want to own, but not at that price point.
So a lot of Richard Mille watches, which will be for millions of euros, will be super, super light watches. Yeah. And when people were cribbing about the Moonswatch being a very light watch, like just imagine it's a Richard Mille on your wrist. It's that light.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me again, it's a lot of hype. Talking about brands, I think brands that people might want to know beyond Rolex and Omega and Cartier. I spoke about Lange, right? A. Lange & Söhne, German brand, incredible heritage. To me, it's in the same league of a Patek or a AP or a Vacheron. JLC, what we were talking about, Jaeger-LeCoultre, they're considered like the watchmaker's watchmaker.
Absolutely.
They've given movements to so many other watchmakers. Nomos is another German brand I really like. Very approachable in terms of, again, these are subjective, but you can get a Nomos at 3.5 lakhs onwards. Pretty nice.
Probably less. I mean, if you go for the clean dial.
Yeah.
It's around that. So it's something that you can easily afford, yet has that cult status attached to it.
And for me, one more brand called Baltic. They've got this MR01 micro rotor model, beautiful. 700-800 euros, just fantastic.
Correct. So I'll add maybe a couple of more brands to that list. Watches that I really sort of enjoy wearing. Panerai, of course, I spoke about the Panerai I own. So reason why I bought this watch is because, beyond a Rolex and an Omega, this is one brand that is really something that I connect with. Again, because of the story, the legacy. It was made for the Italian Marines back in the days, World War time, and then how it sort of evolved into a commercial watch brand. And the second brand that I really sort of like is IWC.
I like IWC as well.
Yeah, and again the aviation connect that the brand has.
Big Pilot, especially, just
Big
classic.
Pilots, yeah, the Top Gun collection, which they recently sort of are now sort of coming up with different sort of versions of the Top Gun.
I'd attended a watchmaking workshop by them, and I have a certificate now. So if anyone wants their IWCs to be serviced by me, please bring them.
Yeah, that would have been fun. I think
that was
I haven't
fun.
done that. I really sort of want to do that once.
Yeah, that's the other thing I would suggest people. If you want to be more in this hobby, just look out for a lot of these kind of things, right? Any watch meetups, any activations or campaigns that brands might do like this. It's just sometimes fun to get access to just see more watches that you normally may not get to. You had hosted the evening of these guys.
Julius Nada.
Yeah. And I finally saw the Freak in person. But it's just it's good to do that. Even when you're traveling, just walk into a boutique and just see more watches.
Yeah, I think that's how you should sort of understand what's happening in the watch world. So there's one more brand actually I want to talk about, which is really sort of gaining attention, is Tudor.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Tudor Black Bay is something which is again on my list.
Yeah, same.
And that is again one brand which,
so the only reason,
beyond the Rolex and the Omega, that brand is really gaining
significance. So the only reason
significance.
I didn't put it on my list was because I couldn't find the India pricing.
Okay. I think they're launching soon. Or they've already launched at some of the retailers. But yeah, it's difficult to get the India price.
Yeah, but the Black Bay, again, the last 2-3 years, they've just become so relevant.
Yeah, they've become relevant. And I think I would ideally say they would still fall in the 3.5 category.
Yeah, and especially if you get abroad. I don't have clarity on India pricing, but Tudor is Rolex's sister brand. Fantastic stuff.
And some of their watches are again going off the shelf. You have to wait for them. Some are easy to buy. You can just walk into a boutique and buy them. But very interesting story, if I may.
Please.
I was in Singapore a couple of months back, and David Beckham is their brand ambassador. So they'd launched a new, I think, Perlagos or one of the watches. I forget the name. So I said, I walked into the boutique and said, I really want to buy that watch. So what is the procedure? She said, I can put you on the list next month, but before that you buy 2 other watches.
Yeah.
Which are on display right now. I said, but I don't like these watches. Like, yeah, but I want you to buy these watches so that I can put you on the list for the one which is releasing next month. So I said, okay, that's interesting. It's like, yeah, that's the only way I can.
But that's one issue in the watch industry, that a lot of times if you want to buy these watches in retail, you have to have that equation with the authorized dealer. And you'll only have that if you've given them enough business earlier.
Absolutely. It's all relationship based right now. So they would give preference to their regular customers over you if, it's a limited edition or something of that sort.
But yeah, Tudor Black Bay, just phenomenal relevance right now.
Yeah.